Hey, this is Carlos Cavallo with the Dating Advice Guru. Hey, I am the Dating Advice Guru, aren't I? I don't know. I'm from datingadviceguru.com anyway. So what we're going to talk about is why you should move on if he's not single. In other words, this guy's already attached. Well, yeah, it's kind of a dilemma here. What's the issue? Well, you might have met this incredibly smart, charming, sexy guy, and all the signs point to the possibility that, he's got it for you too. He's interested. He's attracted. Now your mind is racing and your heart's pounding. You can't believe your luck. Finding this one in a million guy, for all intents and purposes, is the perfect man for you. There's one catch, though. He's already in another relationship. The swirling vortex of emotions inside you is messing with your head, and you're not sure how to get out of this situation. And that same rational part of your brain is telling you, get out while you can. You're playing with fire. But then your heart gets in on the discussion too, and says, well, what's so wrong about hooking up with him if he's seeing somebody else? He's going to drop her as soon as he finds out how awesome I am, right? Well, we got to make a little sense out of the chaos here, okay? Being in the midst of all this emotional turmoil, it's hard to make a definite decision. After all, it would be a shame if you let this amazing guy slip through your fingers. But, what are the odds of finding another person who understands you on a level like this that you've never felt before, right? And then again, is it really worth all the trouble to stick with a guy who's already made a commitment to somebody else? While you're contemplating what to do with him, chew on this for a while. If you have to sacrifice your principles just to get something, how much further are you willing to go? Also, think about how you would feel if he was talking to somebody else or seeing somebody else after he decided to choose you. Are you willing to deal with that possibility? What would you do if he found somebody else and decided to drop you like a hot potato later on? Would you be able to handle that? Or do you think that his dalliance here, his little excursion into the infidelity, is just a unique one-at-a-time situation, which is what we tend to think when we are the one messing around with that person? So let's talk about taking the high road. You also got to think, would you be able to live with yourself with the fact that you took him away from another person who committed herself to him? If he does decide to leave her for you, there's no real reassurance that you won't be on the other end of that same situation, that same bargain, if somebody else comes into the picture. For all you know, you could find yourself in the exact same position as the girl he left, and that's obviously not where you want to be in the future, right? As much as you'd want to tell this guy what to say or feel, you won't be able to stop him from walking out the door when the time comes. The only thing you can truly control are your own decisions and how to move forward. So let's talk about making an exit strategy. Right now, your emotions are running high. It can change your perception of the situation. However, don't let that be a reason for you to not remove yourself from it. The thing about emotions is that they're always fluid. What you feel now won't necessarily be the same a few months down the road. And this is why you should never make a decision based on your feelings. Acknowledge that what's happening right now in front of you is happening and not what's brewing inside your head. Remember, perspective doesn't always reflect reality. Let those emotions subside on their own. Think of it as a bonfire. Eventually, the wood is going to burn itself out. And just don't forget that it's going to take some time for that affection that you feel for this guy to leave your system. You're going to have these emotions, but really a biochemical change in your brain that's been taking effect on you, and it's literally like trying to get off of a drug. Okay? Those feelings of romance and infatuation trigger a release of hormones that stimulate the pleasure center in your brain. Emotions are incredibly addictive, so you're going to hit a withdrawal phase. You got to ride it out. You got to embrace the fact that you're going to look for that rush and that power through even until you're on the other side. So when you look back, you'll come to grips with the reasons for your leaving in the first place. You'll remember that you dodged a bullet by choosing not to get into a relationship with him. Let's talk about strength and numbers. So who says you need to get through this all on your own? You don't exist in a vacuum, and the other people in your life will give you perspective you need to ride out the storm. Spend time with your loved ones, friends, anyone else who knows what a great person you are and can actually be with you in a good place. They're the proof that being single for a while doesn't mean your life is incomplete, okay? Not having this guy won't feel as devastating. Not having a guy right now doesn't take anything away from who you are, and being able to wait for the right guy speaks volumes about your self-confidence. Then let's talk about looking forward to the better things. You're going to, you might be feeling that fear that all women experience at one point or another. It's that nagging thought that you won't find another person who will rock your world as much as that guy did. right? That's the fear we all walk around with. Even guys feel that. We know we're worried that the woman that we're no longer with, that maybe that was the right one, and what's going to happen now? I don't think I'll ever find another person like that. But we always do, don't we? And that's just your mind projecting a worst case scenario which doesn't have any basis in reality. To help you gain a better outlook on your life, you got to focus on the positive effects that your current decision will have in your future. You have this thing called future pacing. You imagine the future you're going to have instead of the emotions and the feelings you're having right now. Because by choosing to ditch him right now, you're clearing a path that will lead you to another guy who won't put you in that same situation. Okay? Think about how good it's going to be to find a guy who's not going to take you for granted or need to leave someone else high and dry. Just imagine all the heartbreak and drama you'll avoid when you decide not to pursue a relationship that was trouble to begin with. Above all, don't use up your energy trying to steal a guy away from another woman. It's just, relationships are tough enough without any cheating being involved. You won't be doing yourself any favors by having to hide an affair. As hard as it is for you to see it right now, there are way more possibilities for a better relationship out there than just this one person. And it's a matter of just stepping outside of your situation to see them. Finding the perfect guy for you the right way isn't always easy, but it is totally worth it in the end. If you want to improve your chances drastically, it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. And that's what I want to give you. If you want to learn about my life-changing course that can help you get on the path to true success with the man that you want, the relationship you want to have, maybe stop him from pulling away, you need to learn how to read his signals. The best way to do that is go grab my little program. Go on over to datingadviceguru.com/read his signals. That's datingadviceguru.com/read his signals, all run together. Go on over to Dating Advice Guru, and while you're at it, go on and sign up for my newsletter if you like, and grab some more free bonuses over there at datingadviceguru.com. And I'll be talking to you again soon. This is Carlos Cavallo from datingadviceguru.com. I'll be talking to you again soon. All right, ladies, let's rock and roll.